Welcome back to the Goal2Goal podcast, man. Episode 13, week 12 of the NFL season coming right up. Got a special edition episode, little Thanksgiving week. Today's Tuesday, Thanksgiving on Thursday. That means we get 3 games of football, man. Classic 12 o'clock showdown with the Lions, as always. And then you got the Cowboys up next, right?
Yeah.
And then I think Minnesota and someone else get that night
Patriots,
game.
I believe.
Yeah, something like that, bro. So 3 games on Thursday, man. Start you out. What's your Thanksgiving plans, bro?
I don't even watch football. Like, shit. Just regular Thanksgiving shit, bro. You know the vibes.
I know you getting a little plate.
Obviously, who isn't getting a plate on Thanksgiving?
I don't know, bro.
Are you getting a plate?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay then.
I'm just trying to make some conversation.
I'm just...
All right, man. Favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Bro, I'll probably just rock with, macaroni, bro. You can never go wrong with that, bro. That shit made right, bro. That shit fire. Or collard greens, bro,
I fuck with it.
Shout out all my black people out there, bro. No, how you doing? What's yours?
I would probably go like mac and cheese too, but that's because I always make it. But
bro, I fuck with everything, bro.
Yeah, facts. Get you a little
stuffing, mashed potatoes,
turkey, sometimes some cornbread or something.
Cornbread, bro. I'll eat anything, bro.
Facts.
Fuck with cranberry sauce.
I never tried it, to be honest with you.
I've even never had cranberry sauce, bro.
It's just always there, bro. I just look at it and move on because there's so many better options, in my opinion. But I haven't had it, so I can't really hate.
You gotta at least try it, bro.
All right, bro. If it's there on Thursday, I'll try it.
It's not bad.
I'll send you a snap. What do you put it? You just eat that shit?
I mean, some people put it like with a turkey or like, I don't even know. I know it's just like, I'll just eat it, but it's not. Some people like hate it, bro. Like they're like, this is the worst thing ever. Like, don't really, bro. It's not great, but to me, it's not like the worst thing ever, bro.
It's because you have it like twice a year. You might as well bust it down.
Not even, bro. Like it'll be some Thanksgivings like I don't even get it, bro. But it's like if I do end up getting it, I'm like it's whatever. I'm not tripping.
All right. I'm gonna fuck with it on Thursday. We'll see, but
it tastes like. Bro, it got like the consistency of jelly, but it's like a lot more tart.
Yeah, because cranberries,
it's
you know how they're like bitter.
Yeah, it's like all it is, bro. It's not bad.
All right, man. I mean, hope everybody got a good Thanksgiving. Y'all see y'all people eat some good food, man. Of course, lock in a parlay for Thursday. But, typical episode. We're going to run down our predictions from last week, segment of Hot or Not, and then our week 12 picks. Starting off, both of us went 8-6 last week. A couple different games and a couple games we could have made up. Sitting at 1974 on the year, you broke the triple-digit mark with 104 wins and 62 losses. So, congrats, first 200.
I mean, it's not surprising.
All right, see, I was trying to give it a little credit, bro. You just take that shit to the moon.
You don't got no other option but to give me credit, fam. Come in with the right takes, man.
All right, bro.
Bro, that 1 week just fucked you up, bro.
Yeah, in 1 week I had like 3-12 or some shit. It's probably even more because the whole NFL was playing, yeah.
Week 6 was your demise, buddy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Jags losing to the Colts that early on when they were that bad.
You had...
No, I know, but like, bro, come on.
You picked the Browns over the Patriots. Like, come on, bro.
That game was ugly.
I picked the 49. Falcons beat the 49ers in week 6.
You see what I'm talking about, bro?
Vikings beat the Dolphins. Rams won a game.
No, I'm not.
Actually. Seahawks, yeah, that's when you weren't a believer in the Seahawks yet.
I mean, I'm still not believing because when I do pick them, they lose. So
Bills beat the Chiefs. Yeah. You got the Commanders though. Maybe the Bears. Surprising.
Anyways, man, let's jump right into these hot or nots, bro. Hot or not, Nick Sirianni's overreacting after the Eagles win over the Colts.
If you're referring to, him hyping up the crowd after the game and dapping up the fans in the bleachers and stuff, that's a hot take. That's not an overreaction. It's just the kind of coach Nick Sirianni is, man. He's a fiery players coach. He's got that dog mentality. That's how he is. And listen, I know the Colts, they're a middle of the pack team, serviceable team with Matt Ryan. That defense has definitely stepped up the past few weeks. It was a tough win on the road, and you came back and won the game-winning drive. So showing some emotion, getting hype, that's what you want to see from your coach, man. Getting involved with the crowd. It's not a hot take. He's just an emotional guy. He's got that dog mentality, dapping up some fans after the game. There's nothing wrong with that. Who would have a problem with that?
All of social media.
I didn't. What was social media saying?
Bro, they were calling him the Pat Bev of the NFL. Because, like, when Pat Bev won, he was jumping up on him, taking off his jersey, throwing it around. Called him the Pat Bev of the NFL. They were clowning him, bro. I'm just saying.
A comeback road win against a good defense deserves to be clowned.
I'm just saying, bro. You're like, what, 8-1?
9-1.
9-1. 8-1 in that game, bro. You won 8 other ones. I haven't seen him do anything like that.
Well, he's always done stuff like that, like in the locker room and stuff, like in the press conferences. That's just how he is.
You ever seen Bill Belichick do that?
No. Nick, this is his second season coaching in the NFL as a head coach. Like, what you're talking about? A dude that's been coaching like fucking longer than we've been alive, bro. Like, it's two different types of coaches.
I mean, it's just a hot or not, bro. I don't believe it. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
All right, and I'm telling you, it's a hot take. There's nothing wrong with him getting hyped up with the fans. It's our organization. I know you saw a few weeks ago Howie talking shit to the fans in the stands when he was like, I brought you your first fucking Super Bowl, and he's like, you're going to talk to me like that? Like, that's just how we are, man. We get involved, bro. The dog mentality, man.
All right. Moving on, my second and final hot or not. San Francisco is the best team in the NFC.
I'm going to say it's not a hot take. I can understand why, some people want to say that or some people might believe that. I mean, right now they're clicking on all cylinders. As a total, they might have the best weapon room in the NFL, all over the board, solid O-line. Shanahan's going to scheme up a good game plan every single week. Defense is the best defense in the league right now. I mean, they got playmakers on every single level of the field on the defensive side of the ball. And really, they just are held back by their quarterback position. This is literally the only, hole on their team that you could see. Do I personally think they're the best team in the NFC, excuse me? I'm going to say no because I'm an Eagles fan. I think the Eagles are. But I understand the argument, and if there's any team that I would not want to see in the playoffs, it'd definitely be San Francisco, especially with their running game and how well coached they are. But I'm not going to say it's a hot take. If you want to say the 49ers are the best team in the NFC right now, I mean, I completely understand it, and they're playing like it, so not a hot take.
Yeah, you mentioned that running game. I mean, they got Elijah Mitchell back, too.
Yeah, he looked really good, too, yesterday against the Cardinals.
You got Debo, who's still a receiver, but knows he can play running back, bro. So you basically got a 3-headed monster.
And, I mean, Grant, the 49ers did look really good yesterday, but, I mean...
Oh, my gosh. That's mainly why I wanted to ask this question.
I would take that game with a grain of salt, considering it just looked like the Cardinals gave up, in the second quarter. I mean, no one wants to play for Cliff Kingsbury anymore. Colt McCoy is a serviceable backup, but, I mean, what is he really going to, He's not really going to win you games, so... It just looked like the Cardinals were outmatched once he threw that first pick, bro. Once Colt McCoy threw that first pick, I think it was in the second quarter or end of the first.
I think it was the second.
Yeah, and the game was over, bro. They went down and scored. Kittle's breaking fucking tackles like he's Chris Johnson. Cardinals just had no heart out there, man. I blame that coaching staff. If you were a football player, would you want to play for Cliff Kingsbury, bro?
Bro,
no.
I saw Buda Baker. He was like, men lie, women lie, the tape don't lie, film don't lie.
Which was funny because on that first George Kittle touchdown, he was the one that like just blew the coverage and missed the tackle, and Kittle scored. So I mean, that might come up on the tape, him missing a tackle. But I mean,
he clearly has the most heart on that team. Though.
I mean, he does.
Him and Isaiah Simmons, bro, they need a better.
And D-Hop.
Yeah.
Although that penalty he got,
I didn't see that.
When it was like third, it was like a third down. It was like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7 or something like that. He caught a little slant in route for the first down, and he caught it like in traffic on like, and like Fred Warner hit him and like the corner was on him. He just got up and like pointed at both of them on the ground and did like a little first down. He got an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Man, let him play, bro. I kind of like that.
And bro, Robbie got heart out there too, man. Shout out my boy.
He hasn't done anything.
He can still have heart.
Did you not see him in care? Anyways, bro.
He's still out
I'll let
there.
the Robbie Anderson fan club just fucking.
No, if anything, that shows he has more heart, bro.
Bro,
like he wants the ball. Like he wants to be able to like put his team in position to win. His team's not winning. Somebody with heart is gonna be upset about that, bro.
Anyways,
if
bro.
If you're content with losing, then you just gonna sit there and let that slide, bro. If you got heart, you gonna stand up and say something about your team losing, bro.
All right, bro. Anyways, so Ward, the cornerback for San Fran, bro, he was talking about something he doesn't respect D-Hop because of the PEDs after last night's game. I don't know why it just came up. I know they played each other, but
what the fuck?
He was like, I saw it. I was like, bro, this is so random. Like, dude got suspended and came back, bro.
I mean, he had a pretty good game last night with Colt McCoy. He wasn't on PEDs, like.
But
he's been balling since his suspension, bro. Especially with Kyler, like, I don't understand.
I'm just saying, it's just trash talk, bro. But, anyways, before we get into these picks, I just gotta say one thing. I don't know if you saw it, bro. Somebody broke into the First Energy Stadium in Cleveland.
No, who's keeping tabs on Cleveland Brown news?
Bro, this man drove a golf cart all over the field, tore it up. Talking about the field's like gonna be dangerous for the players, but they still plan on playing it there. They're talking about the grass takes 2 weeks to fully grow back, and they root it. Whatever. I'm not a fucking turf master, but just Cleveland Browns football at its finest, bro.
Not surprising.
Just when you think it couldn't get worse.
Of course, it's in Ohio.
All right, I had to get that one off. Moving on, man.
Moving on. You not gonna be hard on that?
I'm tripping. Go ahead.
Gosh, fried. All right. Hot or not, Zach Wilson won't be a starter again in the NFL.
That's not a hot. Well, okay, ever again in the NFL. I'm gonna say that's a hot take just because he's so young. Someone else is gonna take a chance on him. Saw Carolina do it with Baker Mayfield, and now Sam Darnold, who's now a starter. I mean, it might be PJ Walker. But anyways, regardless, bro, he's going to get another chance. Now, should he, bro? No. Because I don't know how you got all these weapons and they build the team around you. And he, like, the throws weren't even close. Like,
no.
Check down, sailed him. Like, slants, short, high. It didn't matter, bro. He was missing them every time. And someone posted a clip of him BYU Pro Day when he aired it out after rolling out.
Yeah.
They're like, this throw single-handedly fooled all of us. But I think at one point, bro, Zach Wilson will start again down the road. But, I mean, he had the whole NFL fooled right there. So
did you saw what he said after the game? Like his
he was like, oh, there's no blame on the offense. The defense is out there 3 points all game against Bill Belichick.
He said he zero accountability. Literally said he didn't let the defense down.
Bro, he went from public favorite to probably most hated in New York so quick.
Yeah, and then Garrett Wilson was like, gotta play better, man. He's like, some people's play out there just isn't gonna cut it. He's like, we gotta play better with the defense.
Think you want Joe Flacco back out there?
I mean, we might see it. Apparently, Saleh is gonna make his decision tomorrow whether he's going with Zach Wilson or Jimmy G. So, or not Jimmy G. Excuse me.
Jimmy Flacco.
Flacco, same fucking quarterback, bro. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see which route they go. Speaking of Jimmy G, hot or not, Jimmy G is the answer in San Francisco, coming off of a 4-touchdown game.
Describe the answer. Like he's the future.
He's their quarterback. That's going to be
a hot take. Yeah. I mean, come on, bro. They went to the Super Bowl with him, threw the ball 13 times. You build the best team around him. He's going to succeed. You could win a Super Bowl with him. I don't think he's going to be the guy. Like, you look at him like a Pat Mahomes. You don't build a team around him. You build a team for him, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, let's just say, hypothetically, the 49ers do end up, winning a few games in the playoffs. They make it to the Super Bowl and end up winning. Like, do you pay him or what?
I think put the ball in Trey Lance's hands and see if he can make something shake. Like,
and let the Jets give him $30 million a year.
Yeah, and then watch him be a bust. Like,
I mean, that Jets team will probably just be the same thing the 49ers team is. They got weapons, and that defense is really good. So, they're like the midi 49ers. And didn't Saleh come from San Francisco, too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a D coordinator.
Yeah, they'll be the mini 49ers. They'll be all right. Jimmy G to New York, man. All right. Hot or not, Kansas City Chiefs are the clear-cut best team in the NFL right now.
That's not a hot take. I mean, bro, come on. Down against the Chargers, 30 seconds in the red zone. You know who the ball's going to. Like, I don't think there's any doubt after 2 touchdowns who Patrick Mahomes was looking for. Yet, game planning wasn't there, bro. Left him one-on-one. Was it Derwin?
I know Derwin got the penalty on him a few plays before. He was just holding him on. It was like a 3rd down. I believe they got to stop. Like, Mahomes threw it out, or 2nd down. It was incomplete. But on the other side, Derwin James was just holding off for dear life. Like, he just couldn't guard Kelsey. So
I mean, no one can guard Kelsey one-on-one. So, I mean, come on, bro. Another year, Pat Mahomes. Who do you want? You want Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, or you want Josh Allen and Sean McDermott, Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts? Like, I'm going to take Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes.
Or Mike McDaniel.
It's the same thing. I think they're in the same boat almost as the Eagles, even though I think the Dolphins' offense is more explosive than the Eagles. But I think they're in the same boat. Like, Andy Reid's a veteran coach, won Super Bowls, has proven it. Him and Mahomes got that chemistry. Sirianni and Hurts both new. Tua and McDaniel still new. Even though they got good relationships, there's no game planning for Mahomes in the playoffs.
No.
And he's the best player on the planet.
As soon as Chargers went down and scored, Herbert threw that touchdown, I was like, there's too much time left on the clock. Like, there was a minute. They had like a minute and 30, a minute and 40 or something like that. As soon as they scored, I'm like, yeah, Mahomes is just going to go down and win this game. It's too much time.
All Mahomes needs is 13 seconds and 2 timeouts, bro.
Too much time, bro. If you have anything over a minute on the, like, it's too much time for Mahomes.
It used to be the same thing with Brady back in the day. Besides, now I think,
well, yeah, but
Mahomes is a better era now.
Brady never had the arm talent Mahomes has.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the playmaking ability.
Yeah.
Brady was more of a methodical game plan. Like, I'm gonna I know exactly where I'm going with the ball. Mahomes is like I'm just gonna do what the fuck I want. It's gonna work, bro.
Arm talent way better for sure. But they both used to have, like, Brady had those drives where I'd be sitting there as someone that watched a lot of Brady. Yeah. I'm like, bro, giving the ball back to Brady, I'm like, game's over.
Yeah.
Like, we're not stopping.
Yeah. And then the last one is kind of did this the past few weeks, throwing, just a little cheeky hot or not in there for you. So I got a little fun one right here. Hot or not, the Detroit Lions will make the wild card this year. 3 in a row for the Detroit Lions.
Who's the NFC playoff picture, bro? They're still below 500, aren't they?
I believe
they're a game under.
I think they're 4-6.
But they're in the North.
They are, and I believe they're in 2nd place.
They are. Because, I mean, I think they got a better record than the Pack.
I think they might have the same record, but they have the win over the Packers.
And
I could be wrong, though. But I know they do have the
Vikings.
win.
I mean, they're playing primetime game this week. They could go to their 3rd loss, 2nd week in a row.
I'd be surprised if the Vikings win in New England.
Same. 8 o'clock? Come on. You saw what Kirk did at 4 o'clock. We try to give him a little credit, bro, going in that 4 o'clock window, but you saw what happened.
I told you it was gonna happen, dog.
I'm gonna say it's not a hot take, bro. I think the Lions could do it, bro. Jared Goff, he's been to a Super Bowl. Aiden Hutchinson playing better.
Caught a pig.
Yeah, they were clowning Sauce Gardner, saying they have the same amount of picks, but
you saw what happened when Daniel Jones is forced to throw the football, fucking lose, and Saquon Barkley doesn't carry the team. They lose.
yeah, we'll get into that later. But I mean, the Lions, bro, they get St. Brown back healthy. Jamal Williams is right now their clear-cut RB1, and you got DeAndre Swift number 2. I think, bro, it should be the other way, but Williams is playing well. Swift, I mean, you come in, he gets 10 carries a game. I think that run game is pretty good on that side. They traded TJ Hawkinson and won 3 games in a row. They're chippy, bro. They'll find a way. And I'm trying to think of the other wild card teams, like maybe it's the Cowboys.
Bro, I just brought up their schedule. No, they could dead ass win. They could dead ass like lose maybe 2 more games the rest of the way, bro. But we'll go over this. Let's think of the teams first. Like, they don't have to be better. Like, okay, so it'd be like the Lions, the Giants. Like, I'm trying to think of like the fringe playoff teams. Like, well, it would be 2 from the NFC West. The 49ers would be in that mix, because if you want to say the Seahawks win or the 49ers win. So 49ers or Seahawks, like,
I think they could easily beat the Seahawks. Not easily, but I think they could beat the Seahawks.
that'd be a tough one. But I don't know about the Seahawks, bro. Seahawks are the division leader right now. Who else? I mean, the Bucks. I can see them beating the Bucks, but they're the division leader.
The Niners lead the division.
Oh, because the Seahawks had a bye, I believe.
Seahawks are 6-4. The Giants are number 6 team. Washington's 8 on the bubble.
Commanders,
9 Atlanta. 10 Lions. I think they could beat the Falcons, who's 9.
Yeah.
Washington, that's iffy at the 8 on the bubble.
They played.
Seahawks are 7. They're the last team in. And you just said the Giants, when they're forced to throw the football, who they just beat.
Yeah, the Lions beat the Commanders earlier this year, too.
I think it's doable. Moving on, man. Week 12 picks. Yeah, week 12. Said 3 games Thursday night. Starting off, typical 12 o'clock game with the Lions. Buffalo travels to Detroit against that Lions team that we just talked about. Three wins in a row. I think it stops there for right now. Got the Bills, tough opponent coming in. Just played at Ford Field. They stayed in the visitors' locker room last game, so they'd be prepped and ready. Maybe that helped them a little, but I think the Bills have too much firepower for the Lions. Bills starting to come back to life. Josh Allen starting to play with a little bit of fire, and they kind of steamrolled the Browns in the second half.
That's what playing the Browns does for you.
I just said they steamrolled them. Anyways, I got Buffalo.
Yeah, kind of just agreeing with you and going off what you said. The Bills are just a better team right now, although I do think the Lions, they have enough, weapons on offense to make this game competitive. It could be, a decently high-scoring game. It'll be an entertaining game to watch on Thanksgiving, 2 good offenses going up against each other. But ultimately, it just comes down to, I think the Bills' defense is better and gets more stops on the Lions. Then I'd be shocked if the Lions get damn near any stops at all on this Bills offense. So, Bills are a better team. Give me Buffalo on the road.
Second game up Thursday night. Talked about those Giants. They travel to Dallas. Another Thanksgiving marriage. Lions, Cowboys. Cowboys at home against the Giants. Just talked about what happens when you make Danny Dimes throw the ball. Like the Cowboys with this one. I mean, Micah Parsons came up big last week with a strip sack.
He did.
Coming to life. That defense starting to play with a little bit more edge to him and a little more urgency. Tony Pollard's a monster out the backfield. Can't stop him. Catching, running the football. Doesn't matter. Get the ball in his hands. Zeke might play, so that might take away from him. I'm not sure. Cowboys against the Giants. Give me the Cowboys at home.
Yeah, the Cowboys should feel really comfortable in this game. They stole one early with Cooper Rush against the Giants on the road, so that does a lot for their confidence. Giants coming off of a bad loss to the Lions, and the Cowboys coming off of a great win against the Vikings. And I think this defense is hot, man. They keep it going, able to run the ball with Tony Pollard. Dak does enough, doesn't make too many mistakes. Giants are kind of banged up right now, and it's Saquon Barkley and nothing on that offense. So not enough weapons to get it done outside. How much do you really believe in Daniel Jones? I think the Cowboys kind of, they take care of business and win this one comfortably.
Thursday night finale, got the Vikings on the road in Foxborough against the Pats. Just saw what Bill Belichick did to the Jets. Imagine what he could do to primetime's Kirk Cousins. They're going to neutralize J-Jets for sure. Hopefully, we see a little bit more scoring than the Patriots did last week in that game. That 3-3 to the last play of the game. But I think the Patriots, bro, I talked about it coming into this year. They're a well-coached team. I think they're going to be competitive down the road. Still believe it. Vikings think they take their third L, even though I do think they'll probably win the NFC North. I think they take an L this week.
Yeah, I mean, Patriots at home, prime time, that's kind of like, where they shine outside of that game against the Bears earlier this year, where Justin Fields just ran all over them. But, they couldn't really game plan for that. That was like Justin Fields' breakout game. No one really knew that was coming. So, I mean, you don't really fault them that much. The Vikings, they're just a really hard team, like, to tell, like, what they are. Some weeks they look really good. Justin Jefferson looks like the greatest receiver of all time. Kirk is hitting all the throws. The defense is getting stops. And, other weeks we see, excuse me, like what happened last week or, what happened in Philly. The offense just can't move the ball, The good defenses really give them trouble. If Jefferson doesn't get going, it's like, what else does that offense really have? Dalvin Cook has had an okay year this year. Can any of those other receivers, those other weapons step up? TJ Hawkinson has helped, but, I mean, last week he was pretty much a non-factor. Everyone was. I just think another really, really good defense gives this offense fits for the Vikings, and Mac Jones is a game manager. He does enough on the offensive side of the ball to make plays and get the balls into, Ramondre Stevenson's hands. Jacoby Myers has been playing good these past few weeks, so Patriots just don't make mistakes and play good defense and get it done at home, man. Primetime Kirk fails us once again.
All right, so that wraps up those Thursday night games, man. Next up, Houston Texans in Miami against the Dolphins. I don't even need to talk after Houston's last game. Give me the Fins, man.
Yeah, Davis Mills hasn't really looked too good these past few weeks. Bad pick six early on in the game, I believe, against the Commanders. Dolphins coming off a bye week, a little rested, more time to game plan, although I don't know if you do need more time to game plan against the Texans. Dolphins should be all right at home. They get a win.
All right, next game up, Cincinnati Bengals travel to Tennessee against the Titans. I think this is going to be a good game. Bengals, I think, are a borderline good team, and the Titans, the same thing. Like, I think they're kind of in the same boat, just two different styles of play. And I always talk about controlling the clock, controlling the tempo of the game. I think the Titans do that a little bit better. Derrick Henry, you can try to stop him. He's still going to run you over. Give me the Titans at home.
I'm not mad at it. I do think this will be a pretty good game, like you kind of mentioned, two evenly matched teams, but, in their own ways. I just think, the only real problems the Bengals have had this year was against teams with superstar pass rushers. That O-line is what is really their only issue. The Titans, they do have a really good defense, but, their star pass rusher, Harold Landry, tore his ACL earlier this year. He's out. I know Jeffrey Simmons has been banged up. Another really, really good interior lineman that could give him problems, but, how healthy is he? How good is he going to be? So I think the Bengals O-line does a good enough job keeping Joe Burrow upright. And, I mean, he can get the ball downfield to T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. Is Jamar Chase coming back this week? I don't know. It's kind of, it's been, about a few weeks. Not really sure how long that injury is supposed to last, but hopefully he'll be back in a few weeks. But the main thing to me is you talk about controlling the clock, or I think the Bengals have, found a little groove in the run game. Samaje Perine got involved last week. He scored. I know Joe Mixon had that big game a few weeks ago. He's getting it going. So the Bengals can run the ball a little bit too. I think they do enough. They have a little bit more offensive firepower, and, they pull off a good win on the road against the Titans, who are a good team.
Not mad at it either. Next up, we got Denver Broncos traveling to Carolina against the Panthers. We talked, I don't know. Did we talk about this earlier? Just Carolina in general? Or was that?
No, we didn't talk
anyways,
no.
I mean.
I think we mentioned, Sam Darnold might be starting. But
I think we were talking about it before.
Does it really matter?
No, it doesn't, because I got the Broncos, sadly. I'm some reason I'm picking them again. Picked them last week. We know what happened against the Raiders, who have 3 wins and 2 of them against Denver.
I was literally just going to mention.
Bro, Panthers, Sam Darnold. I mean, the Jets would literally be the same with Sam Darnold or Zach Wilson at QB, in my opinion. Both of them seeing ghosts their whole career. So just give me Denver, who somehow cut Melvin Gordon too. Also news today, but Pat Surtain, apparently, he's not on that level yet, according to Devontae Adams.
No, Devontae was cooking last game, man.
He cooks everybody.
I think he has the most receiving touchdowns too, something like that. But this game here, bro, I mean, I think, who was it? Someone, I believe I was listening to, was it Colin?
Skip.
No, I think it was Nick Wright. He had a stat on his podcast, and he mentioned that, guess how many points the Broncos offense would have had to score this year, every single game, for them to be undefeated.
Total?
Yeah, they would have to score, in each game, they would have to score a certain amount of points. They'd be undefeated this year.
Cue the Jeopardy music. How many have they played 11 games, or they had a bye?
I think they've played every week. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But it's not like
total
points combined.
Games. Yeah. 10 games.
They've had to score a certain number every week.
Oh, just on average, every week?
Yeah, if they scored this number of points every single week, they'd be undefeated.
I'm going to say 17.
18 points.
Yeah.
If they scored 18 points every game, they'd be undefeated right now.
Bro, I was just did 10 times 100, and I was going to add some.
That just really shows how bad this offense is playing right now. And, how good this defense is, playing up there with the 49ers, with the Cowboys, one of the best defenses in the league. But, kind of like Zach Wilson, Russell Wilson is just letting this defense down week in and week out, man. It's unfortunate. Panthers aren't any better. Sam Darnold's starting for them. So, for that reason, give me the Panthers because they are at home. That is literally the only reason I'm picking them.
Someone free Drew Lock, man. I know he's looking at all this. He's I could be a starting quarterback somewhere.
Drew Lock was fucking Zach Wilson before Zach Wilson, bro.
I put on for my city.
Drew Lock walked so Zach Wilson could run.
I fought with Drew Lock way more.
Big cock lock.
All right. You mutton that, man.
It's his nickname, bro.
I was just talking about him singing Jeezy on the sideline, turning up, but...
Sorry, I'm bringing up a guy's nickname. I didn't give it to him.
Clearly enjoy it. Anyways, next up, Chicago Bears. They travel to New York and MetLife against that other Wilson bro, man. Zach against the Jets. So we just talked about it. I somehow don't see your pick here, but I got the Bears, even though they've folded some games the past couple weeks. They had games they could have won, they didn't. But the Jets, they can't even get more than two inches of play in the second half. They averaged, I think, 2.7 inches per play in the second half. That is less than a yard, bro. I mean, that's less than, bro. That's a tenth of a yard.
Had, I think, -2, -7, something like that, passing yards in the second half.
That's absolutely wild. But I
mean, that was against a really good Patriots defense coach, a very good coach team. It took a fucking last second punt return to beat them. Like, I mean, the Patriots just had their number, 14 straight wins against the Jets. I don't think the Bears are on that level right now, and I think this Jets defense that is playing really good held the Patriots to 3 points the entire game, and I think it can give Justin Fields some fits. I know Fields is playing really, really good football right now. He threw a touchdown last week, ran another one in, but when we were making our picks last week, I was like, Justin Fields is playing good. I think he's been playing good enough to carry this team over, some wins over some, lesser teams. And I thought the Falcons would be one of those teams Justin Fields could will his team up against. Just didn't happen like that. Threw a bad interception on his last offensive drive, just off the receiver's hands and into the hands of a defender. It's not really hurt Fields' fault, but it just shows that, he really doesn't have a lot around him. So with that being said, the Jets are at home. I know there's a lot of noise going on right now up there in New York around Zach Wilson, let defense down. I think the defense comes out, makes another strong stand, shows that they are a good defense and that they were, in fact, let down last week. And whoever's at the quarterback doesn't really have to worry about going up against, a defense coach by arguably the best coach of all time with a very well-disciplined coach. The Bears' defense is not really good at all. So I think whoever starts should be able to move the ball more than they were last week. And I just think the Jets are the better team overall. So I'm going to go with the Jets. I know it's a lot of noise in that building right now, but I think the defense can step up and carry them.
I was just going to say that noise is probably the biggest thing. I mean, you got a young coach in Robert Saleh, obviously defensive-minded.
Yeah, I mean, everything else besides the quarterback around the Jets, I think, is in really good shape, has a bright future. Saleh's,
But, bro, if you can't trust your QB, somehow – I'm just thinking about the Seahawks. Marshawn and Richard Sherman didn't like him. Kind of got the same situation, except it's Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner. They're kind of like the two guys, but
yeah. But I mean, Zach Wilson, he's not good. Probably the best, one of the worst starting quarterbacks in the league right now. But he's shown you he can win games against lesser teams. He beat the Steelers. He was the starting quarterback when they beat the Bills, and that was their defense. Their defense made plays, kept them in the game, and then who's to say Joe Flacco doesn't start? Early on in the year he was throwing for 300 yards and had that comeback win against the Browns.
Best ball according to Garrett Wilson, right?
Yeah, and are the fucking Bears that much better than the Browns right now? I'd say they're pretty much on the same level playing wise. So I mean, I just think it was a bad matchup for the Jets last week. A really tough defense. A team that's just always had their number. Elements were an issue in the game, according to Zach Wilson, where, Maggie Jones on the other side of the field threw for, 300 yards or something. I think it'll just be it's just an easier opponent. And I think the Jets are good enough to beat teams like the Bears, and they've beaten teams way better than the Bears all year. So, like the Jets.
Next game up. Atlanta Falcons travel to Washington against the Commanders, bro. Been rocking with this team since that boy Taylor Heineke been leading the charge, man. And I'm going to continue to rock with them, bro. Falcons coming off a good win. We thought they were going to lose, both of us. Commanders coming in. I think they also came off a win too, right?
No, yeah, they beat the Texans.
Yeah. They beat the Texans last week. Taylor Heineke, bro, he's been that guy since he's been a starting quarterback over there in Washington.
He's not been that guy. He's been good enough to win games.
Hey, man, winning games, bro, I'll take it, bro. He's playing better than Zach Wilson.
That is without a doubt true.
And Marcus Mariota's, up in the air every week how he's going to play. So I got the Commanders, bro, somehow at home. That's the reason I'm taking them.
Yeah, I think if the Falcons were at home, I'd probably end up picking them. They've been really good at home this year. They just beat the Bears. They've, played some competitive games. They got some good wins at home. I think they beat the 49ers at home. I think the Buccaneers at home as well. And they played them. Well, no, that was the Bucs on the road, I think. But I know they beat the 49ers at home. They've beaten some good teams at home. They've been competitive at home. But kind of like you said, the Commanders are just clicking, man. On a little win streak right now. I believe Chase Young is coming back this game too, so hopefully that'll give that defense some more juice, even though they're playing pretty good football right now. And like you said, Taylor Heineke, you said he's that guy. I don't believe that at all, but I think he's good enough to, not make mistakes and not lose you a game. So, against a lesser opponent, the Falcons, I'm going to rock with the Commanders. And Kyle Pitts just went out for a few weeks. I believe he's on the IR.
Rest of the season.
Yeah, I think torn meniscus or something like that. I would say
MCL
that.
or something.
Yeah. I would say that'd be an issue, but the Falcons just never used him at all this year, so it shouldn't really affect their game plan at all. So, give me the
You're right.
Yeah,
But Taylor Heineke is that guy. Next up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What do you mean by that guy? Like, you gonna say that,
bro?
like,
All right, he's serviceable, bro. Like, you know what I mean by that.
I'm
but
just stand on what
I'm
you
just
say,
saying,
bro.
bro,
If you gonna
like-
say he's that guy, like,
hey, man,
what is that guy, bro? Let me know.
Shit, he's the one that wins games.
He's a top what quarterback in the league, bro?
I don't know, top 20, 25.
So if you're a top 25 quarterback in this league, you're that guy.
I'm gonna say 20. I don't
If
know.
you're a
I
top
don't know.
20
I'd have to
quarterback
actually
in this
go
league,
through the
you're
whole
that guy.
thing, bro. Honestly, bro, he wants to quarterback Cleveland this week. He got it.
Taylor Heineke or Kenny Pickett?
Oh, Taylor Heineke.
Heineke or Gino?
Gino.
Heineke or Derek Carr?
I'm gonna take Heineke, bro.
Heineke or Daniel Jones?
Heineke. Wait, as a pass, bro, I think Daniel Jones as a runner is. I'm gonna take Heineke, bro, just because after last week, you clearly saw Daniel Jones can't throw.
Heineke or Brissett?
Sadly, I'll take Brissett. I don't think it's his fault. I think it's coaching. I mean, he balled out last week, and
Yeah, he put up some numbers early.
he was
against the
dotting
Bills.
stuff
Yeah.
up. There was 2 drop touchdowns on back-to-back plays. Why is Pharaoh Brown in the game? David Njoku's healthy. You got Harrison Bryant. Why is a third-string tight end in a football game?
Cut a little touchdown. Oh, was that 2 weeks ago against the Dolphins, man?
Bryant,
FAU
yeah.
legend.
I'm talking about Pharaoh Brown.
Oh.
I mean, Bryant did drop one too, but Pharaoh Brown was a third-string tight end. And I'm pretty sure he's like 38, 40 years old and damn near like.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
And I don't know, like, why is he in the game? Maybe they still think we got Baker Mayfield at quarterback, 3 tight end sets. I don't understand, bro. But
How many more weeks till Watson?
1 next week against Houston. But I still don't think that could save Kevin Stefanski or Joe Woods' job because. But let's talk about the Browns since they're up next. Buccaneers travel to Cleveland on the ruined Cleveland field. The Browns. I picked them, bro. I'm honestly just going to call myself a delusional Browns fan at this point. It's what I'm rocking with. I mean, the Bucs aren't really that good. Probably good enough for Brady to manipulate the Browns defense. This week, Grant Delpit came out and said that, how are we going to win games? We don't make changes. No one knows their assignment. We never make an adjustment. And, bro, I mean, he didn't even need to come out to say it because you could see with your own eyes. Joe Woods is the worst defensive coordinator to ever put a headset on. I'm coming out and saying it. Joe Woods, defame me. I don't know. Do something, please, bro. Maybe wake up. But he's single-handedly ruined this team, and then Kevin Stefanski also has not helped at all. Hasn't called good games. Also has Joe Woods on his staff. He could easily change. But it's been like 4 years, and the Joe Woods experiment clearly hasn't panned out.
Yeah, I just think right now the Bucs are a better team. That defense is coming around. Tom Brady hasn't lost since his divorce, so he finally has that monkey off his back. Doesn't have to worry about Giselle, the kids at home, man. He can just focus on football. And, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin out there on the outside. Put that shit on, man. Shout out EV.
Bro,
Your favorite
it's just,
receiver, right?
just wild how he just posts that on Snapchat. Like, wakes up, bro. You sent it to me it was like 9 a.m. He sends me Antonio Brown's Snapchat story of a crop nude photo of Giselle. Bro, does he not realize, life in general. I don't get him.
Shout out AB, man. Fucking with him. Best receiver of the 2010s, man.
All right, y'all let us know because I know our takes, bro. AB or Julio Jones back in the day, bro.
Antonio Brown, bro.
Julio Jones, bro.
AB literally has the numbers.
Fam, just turn on a game tape, bro. Give me Julio. We're going to let them decide, bro. We're going to clip this, post it on TikTok. Julio or AB?
Antonio Brown. Himothy, man. Toe tap Tony.
Bro.
What's
Julio Jones single-handedly saved the Falcons with that catch, but Kyle Shanahan somehow blew it with his play calling. But
something he didn't really save them.
Bro, nothing you can do when your coach just sells you like that. And according to AB, his did too, so.
AB, he caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. I don't know if Julio's done that.
Nah, but he went crazy. I don't think he caught a touchdown that game, no. But, bro, I'm taking Julio's size, speed, hands, did everything AB could do and bigger.
Antonio Brown was a way better route runner. Julio was a good route runner, but Antonio Brown was.
Yeah, but that's where AB had his edge, bro. But
so
I'll take Julio's size and speed. He's just a mismatch nightmare, bro.
Okay, and Antonio Brown wasn't as big, wasn't as fast, and he was still a mismatch nightmare.
All right, but I think Julio, bro, like I said, Julio 1, AB 2. That's how my rankings go.
I'm not even gonna.
You're entitled to your opinion, bro. I'm telling you, Julio, bro.
I'm not even gonna put the numbers up. We're not even gonna get into that right now, bro.
All right, bro. You said the Bucks are a better team, bro.
Yeah, the Bucks are better, bro. Browns suck. Give me the Bucks.
All right. Just know if anyone's actually watching that game, is somehow Tom Brady's gonna make it look like 2014, and Leonard Fournette's gonna turn back the clock like he's playing in a fucking swamp.
Leonard Fournette's not even gonna get fucking touches. It's gonna be
Rashad White, bro. Whatever college he went to, he's gonna make it look like
Arizona State, I believe.
I bet he had a game at UCLA, so let's go with that. Anyways, next game up, Baltimore Ravens travel Jacksonville against the Jags. So 2 AFC North teams playing 2 Florida teams. It's interesting. Here, give me the Jags. No reason at all. I think the Ravens are a clear-cut better team. But after last week, it was a questionable game against the Panthers that they could barely kind of sneak it by. It took Baker Mayfield throwing 2 picks, 170. Defense showed up. I'm not really sure if they just know Baker Mayfield's that bad. But Jacksonville pulling off for me, bro. Somehow still rooting for the Browns season. And I do think it's a winnable game for the Jags. I just don't think they actually will win it. But kind of going reverse because my picks are that down bad. So give me the Jags.
I mean, the Ravens, their defense really did step it up. And, you know, I kind of talked about how far can the Ravens go last week when you asked me if they were contenders or pretenders. And, you know, the offense didn't play, you know, their best game ever, but the defense finally showed up, you know. So that was a good sight to see if you're a Ravens fan. And you talked about Baker last week. I mean, how much better is Trevor Lawrence at this point? I mean, he likes to turn the ball over. So Marlon Humphrey come out and make a big play. Those linebackers, Roquan Smith has really helped. Like, I think Lamar back in Florida, you know, home state. He'll probably be down in Broward for a few days, maybe a night or two before he come back up to Jacksonville and play.
There's no way, bro. There's just no. What is he gonna fly a red eye, bro? There's no red eye going from Jacksonville to Miami.
Oh, you just drive, bro. It's a 5-hour drive.
5. It's like 7. Is it 6?
Listen, bro. Man, Lamar in his home state, bro. I'm sure he'll have family there. I'm sure his daughter will be there. Maybe his BM.
Bro, you just gonna say that, bro? They just don't even know how we're laughing.
Lamar, he'll be showing out home state, man. I like Lamar to have a bounce back game, get it done against the Jags. Not a good team.
Shout out Lamar's baby mama.
Wonder who that is.
Yeah, bro. Somehow this shit goes viral. Never mind. Anyways,
LJ, man, we fuck with you, dog.
Hey, bro.
Boy ain't hero, man.
Oh, man. Raiders
Fuck with anybody whose best play came against VA, man.
All right, for anybody that doesn't know, I guess I got to break it down. The viral high school clip, Lamar Jackson, he went to Boyne High School. The Tigers played Village Academy. I don't even know what their mascot. What's their team like?
Fucking Tigers too. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never seen VA actually play football.
Actually, I think it is the Tigers, bro.
But their school, City South, bro. VA's never been known for football.
They've been known for nothing.
Yeah. To be honest, bro, I didn't even know they were a school until I went to Atlantic. I'm being so dead ass. Like I did not know what team he hit that against. None of that. But
only thing they have is
I just saw VA Tiger.
Yeah, they're the Tigers. Fuck, what's
fake ass ones? I mean, Boyne's not really that good. They just pushed out Lamar Jackson.
No.
So you're talking about two no-name ass schools, but Lamar made it a name.
I mean, Boynton's a bigger name than VA.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not gonna sit here and discuss
not for the right reasons.
Irrelevant ass Palm Beach schools, bro.
But anyway, what are you searching up?
Fucking
Traquan Smith.
Yes, Traquan Smith.
He went to Village Academy. Yeah, you're right.
Traquan Smith and Marquise Waters, the only two things to ever come out of VA.
Man, you know Marquise is a Atlantic product though, bro.
I'm saying he went to VA. That's where he got right, and he came back to Atlantic. Shout out Keith, man. I just saw he posted on another crazy side note. I think he leads the
AAC.
No, the Big 12.
Oh yeah,
he's at Texas Tech. He's the Big 12 in tackles for loss, I think. With 11.
Next, Derwin James.
Shout out Keys, man. Turn his big ass to a linebacker, man. He's snapping.
Oh, he's playing outside.
He's like, he's playing like that hybrid, like rover role, like down at the line of scrimmage and shit.
Okay, Mika Fitzpatrick.
He's probably bigger than Mika right now.
100%. Bro, we could sit here and just talk all day. I don't even know what Raiders, Seahawks, 12th man. Just give me the Seahawks, man. Somehow the Raiders, talked about it, 2 wins against the Broncos. I don't think they're going to get another win. Derek Carr could be that guy. I mean, Devontae Adams could be that guy because he is. Derek Carr is not. 12th man, weather going to be playing a factor, we know. Starting to get later into the year. End of November. Going to be cold for those Vegas teams playing the Dome. Give me the Hawks at home, bro. Shout out 12th man.
Yeah, I mean, if the Raiders are playing anyone other than the Broncos, I'm just not too sure how confident I am in them. So, Seahawks are the better team coming off of a bye week, I believe. So, they'll have a game plan. Not sure how much of a game plan you need to beat the Raiders outside of fucking Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs. Like, Max Crosby is playing decent on defense. But, I mean, outside of those 3 players, like, you literally have no one else to worry about. Derek Carr, I mean, Devontae Adams is bailing him out, so he looks okay. But Seahawks are a better team. Defense is clicking. Geno got his name up in comeback player of the year. He got his name in the MVP race, man. He's been playing good enough to, deserve some talks in that award. But give me the Seahawks against the Ravens this week.
Let me hit my. What do you mean by that? MVP talks.
Yeah, Geno Smith has been playing. I believe right now the clear-cut MVP is Patrick Mahomes. He's the best player, best quarterback in the league. But that next tier, you got Tua in there. I'm going to give credit to Tua. It was kind of weird hearing chants for him the other day, but he's been playing well enough. Tua's in that conversation. Jalen Hurts is in that conversation. He's been playing good, a few shaky weeks. I'd say Josh Allen is still in there, and then, throw in Geno, that, second tier of quarterbacks that have been playing really good football.
I just think there's a different level when we talk about those QBs. Like, yeah, Geno might be 6, but Mahomes is his own tier. I'm not even going to call it. You got tier 1, like Tua, I agree, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. And
you wouldn't say Geno is in that same tier?
I'd say he's in tier 2.
Why would you not put him in the same tier?
He just where's his signature?
Wise, he's in the same categories. He
just doesn't have that signature game, bro, where you just go look at
week 1 when they beat the Broncos against Russell Wilson.
March down the field, win the game, backs against the wall. Like, it's cool and all when you got it clicking on all cylinders, bro. You can make the numbers look nice. Jacoby Brissett makes himself look nice. Like,
Geno Smith is what?
seventh in passing yards.
Seventh in passing yards. He's
Seventh in touchdowns.
Passing touchdowns. Number 1 in completion percentage by a full point over Tua. 7th in yards per attempt, so he's throwing the ball down the field. 2nd best passer rating in the league. Better than Mahomes. He hasn't turned the ball over. He's not in top for interceptions. Like, I mean, Geno Smith he's playing as good as football as you can at the quarterback.
Just, bro, you right now, Jalen Hurts or Geno Smith?
I think that's a lot closer. And I think
Josh Allen or Geno Smith?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
I would take Josh Allen because he's the better talent. Hurts, I think, is a more interesting question. I think it depends on the system. If I'm, in Philly's system where we run with the quarterback and you're going to use a running quarterback, then obviously I say Jalen Hurts. But if we're talking about, an offense that you just want the quarterback to, drop back and throw the ball 30 times, not really depend on his legs, then, I mean, I would take Geno Smith right now. I think Geno Smith is a better passer than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, but
pure passer.
It's MVP. It's not who's the best passer.
No, you didn't ask me MVP. You asked me who would I take right now. Like,
I'm just saying, like, either way, in general, bros, like, I'm talking about MVP. Who would you rather take? Like, who do you think? Do you think the Eagles?
I would say Geno Smith because the Eagles has better weapons and their defense is better and has helped.
Seahawks don't have weapons.
I would say the Eagles have better weapons.
I would say weapons are almost at the same level. They're not quite.
Dallas Goedert before he went down, and I mean Kenneth Walker is good.
DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Kenneth Walker. I mean these are
AJ
weapons.
Brown over both of them.
Yeah,
I'm taking.
I wouldn't after what he did last week.
Devontae Smith over
Tyler Lockett. You're gonna take everyone over anyone. You probably take Miles Sanders over Kenneth Walker right now.
No, I wouldn't.
But
Walker's younger. He's a better running back.
I mean, I think Geno Smith is a step behind in that MVP conversation.
Because he doesn't have a signature game.
Bro,
what's Jalen Hurts' signature game?
Bro, you tell me.
Yeah, he doesn't have one this
season. They have one loss. That's the only reason. Like,
he doesn't have a signature game. He's played really good, but
I mean, they only have one loss as a team, bro.
I know. You're saying a signature game for a quarterback, like, well, what is Tua? What, the Ravens? He had a crazy fourth quarter.
Tua hasn't lost the game.
That's what I'm saying. The Ravens you would consider to be his signature game, which is so important in MVP voting, right?
I'm just saying, bro. Like, Geno is not the most valuable player, bro.
On that Seahawks team?
Maybe on the team, yeah. But he's not MVP, bro. He's not in the conversation.
Not. He's definitely in the conversation.
I don't think so.
Mahomes is we can agree on that. He's the clear cut. He's the best player. He's the most. But after Mahomes, I think Geno, he's played good enough. You see the numbers. They've only lost, 3-4 games? Like, what else does Geno have to do for you to, like, put him in that conversation?
Just, you got to win more football, bro. I mean, come on, look at it.
Win more football games. They have a winning record. They've only lost 3 games. No,
I'm just saying, bro. Just talk to me in a couple weeks. I want to see if Geno Smith's still your MVP. Not MVP, but MVP. In your MVP in the same boat as Tua, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen.
I would say he's over Josh Allen right now.
I could agree with that, but I still.
But you literally just said.
Jalen Hurts, I'm not mad at it.
Josh Allen are in the same category, but not Tua. But yeah,
I think by the end of the season, Josh Allen will be ahead of Geno Smith.
Josh Allen leads the league in turnovers and interceptions right now.
Okay, I'm saying by the end of the year,
Geno Smith doesn't turn the ball over.
Bro, let's just go on.
I just don't understand how you can't say he deserves like MVP talks. Like, he's played good enough. He's carried this team, and no one thought we thought they'd win 3-4 fucking games. We said the 12th man was going to be their best player, and Geno Smith is clearly their best player and carrying this team.
Clearly, it was just Russell Wilson being terrible, bro. Because he goes to another team, does the same thing. It's kind of like the Seahawks last year. I just think Russell Wilson was the problem, bro. They had good players around the offense. They went out and got a really good running back and added to it, and now you're able to free up the passing game. And Geno, don't get me wrong, Geno is dropping dimes, bro. He is playing well, and arguably just outside the top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now. I think he's like just outside.
But doesn't deserve MVP talk.
Bro, you going to have the top 10 players in MVP talks? I think Tyreek Hill is ahead of him in MVP talks.
I believe Tyreek Hill is in MVP talks, but he's ahead of Geno.
Agree to this. I'm just saying, bro. I got Tyreek Hill ahead of Geno Smith.
That's, I don't know about that. That's kind of wild.
But it's a quarterback award. So
that makes no sense. Why you have a receiver over a quarterback?
Fam, I didn't say I'm the one who makes the rules.
But
I'm just saying,
you know what the
more
rules
valuable,
are.
Tyreek Hill.
I think Geno's more valuable too.
Okay, bro, you clearly think Geno's valuable, bro. We're sitting here just saying more value, bro. Anyways, we sitting here arguing the same thing.
We're not. You don't think he deserves to be in MVP talks?
I don't, bro, and you find it so hard to believe, like,
because he's
bro.
Playing,
I don't think, and you think, like,
he's
bro,
playing some of the best football in the league right now. I think that's kind of disrespectful to not say he deserves to be in the conversation.
Bro, I don't think he's in the MVP conversation. No. Come to me. Come to me at the end of the season.
I asked you that, and you literally
there.
Told me because he doesn't have a signature game.
Bro,
that's why.
He hasn't done anything crazy, bro.
Do we not just look at his stats and he's top 7 in every single category and leads the league?
He's top 7. Bro, 7 quarterbacks. If he's 7th in almost every statistical category, that means there's 6 other quarterbacks.
And first in the other 2. Or
he's in 1.
First in 1, second in the other.
Okay. And you said a whole point better on what? What was it? Completion percentage,
yeah.
And Tua leads him by 10 points in QBR.
Okay, I agree. Tua's been playing better than Geno.
Bro, so I still think that if he's 7th in almost every category besides completion percentage, that there's basically, I'm not saying there is, 6 other quarterbacks better than him.
But you don't even believe that. Because I can name the quarterbacks right now, and
you're looking at passing touchdowns, bro.
I can name the quarterbacks right now.
You're gonna say Aaron Rodgers.
Like, come on, bro. You think Brady deserves it over him? Justin Herbert, that they're not healthy. They're banged up. Joe Burrow, like, they not above him. Where's Tua not even top 10 in passing yards?
He hasn't played 4 games.
4 or 2.
No, he left 3. Early against the Bengals. Played 2 drives against the Bengals.
Listen, man, put some respect on Geno name, dog. Geno deserved to be up there in them talks, fam.
Speaking of Justin Herbert, they're going to the AFC West. Well, excuse me, AFC West versus NFC West. Chargers versus Cardinals in Arizona. Chargers banged up. Kyler, I don't know, is he out with the Warzone sickness again? We'll see. Cardinals, you mentioned Cliff Kingsbury earlier. Just, he's got to get out of there, bro. He's clearly a problem. I agree with you. Give me the Chargers on the road. Excuse me.
Yeah, the Cardinals, they just showing no effort. They're pretty much all out on Cliff right now. Chargers with a tough loss. Just left too much time for Mahomes. Defense couldn't get a stop. But, that's just Mahomes. But I think this could be a bounce-back game for them. The Cardinals aren't really playing good football right now. And Chargers are doing enough to beat, those lower-level teams. And I think they get it done.
And Justin Herbert's also trusting Josh Palmer, who had probably his best career game last week. 2 touchdowns, like 90-something yards.
Yeah, and Justin Herbert, one of the best talents in the league at the quarterback position. He's just, like, when you think of prototypical NFL quarterback. Like Justin Herbert
Tall
is
throw
what
it.
comes to mind. You know, can make every single throw on the field. Big guy, stand in the pocket. He's good enough to will some wins over teams like the Cardinals. So I'm a rock with the Chargers.
Next game up, New Orleans Saints. Big win last week, getting some momentum back. Travel on the road against who we said might have the best weapons room in the NFL, San Francisco 49ers. End of the day, I think the Niners just have too many weapons, bro. At home, playing in front of that San Fran crowd. Always know they got good turnout out there. You mentioned earlier, Ayuk, Kittle, McCaffrey, Mitchell, Samuel. You go down the list. Defense, crazy. They're going to make plays. End of the day, Saints got a big win last week. Saw Chris Olave, solid game again. Still a question mark with their quarterback. Who should they really be playing? They don't even know. But shout out Juice, man. Game-winning tutty.
I mean, on this Saints team, outside of, like, if your name isn't Chris Olave, then you really don't do anything for me this year, man. Like, no, they got Lattimore. He's a solid corner. Your boy Juice scored. Kamara, he's had an up-and-down season. Saints just really aren't good right now. Honey Badger came over, but, I mean, have you seen him make one play this year? I haven't.
I think he's playing, like, decent at best. Like, average.
I mean, the Saints just really aren't an exciting team right now, and they just don't have a quarterback. They're like the Jets if the Jets didn't have a good defense. Like, they got some weapons, you know, but their quarterback is really just holding them back. Or like the 49ers if they didn't have the best weapon room or the best defense in the league, you know? Question mark at quarterbacks.
Let me ask you, if you're the Saints coach, would you rather have Andy Dalton or Jameis Winston playing football games for you?
It doesn't fucking matter at this point.
You don't think it matters?
Season's over, bro.
It's just like, bro, if you had to choose
personally,
yeah,
give me Jameis, bro. More entertaining. Press conferences will be funnier. Like,
bro,
I don't like it doesn't. I mean, either one of them don't really move the needle for me. I don't think
Jameis was balling before he got hurt every time.
Jameis wasn't really playing that good of football in the beginning of the year.
What did he play 2 weeks this year?
I mean, I just don't think the team around him is good. And not Geno, wrong black quarterback. Sorry. Jameis isn't good enough to elevate a team and, you know, get wins at this point. It's not going to matter, you know. Michael Thomas out. He's banged up. Jameis has been banged up himself.
Bro, turf toe.
He's out for the year. So, 49ers, what?
Thomas.
Like you said, arguably the best team in NFC, if you want to say that. I'm not mad at it at all. 49ers are one of the best teams in the league right now. They're hot, getting hot at the right time. Niners should roll the Saints.
Next game up, the abysmal LA Rams against the best quarterback in the NFL, arguably, of this generation. Oh, before I even say my pick, we're saying Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, two different generations, right? Like, I mean, Brady just had crazy longevity.
As of now, I'd say they're the same generation, but, you know, I think, you know, once Mahomes plays further into his career, it'd be considered a different generation.
All right, well, I'm going to say they're a different generation. I'm going to say Mahomes is the best.
It's the best in the league right now. Well, I guess you could say.
Let me ask you something. I should ask this in hot or not. Who do you think finishes with a better career, Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes?
Patrick Mahomes.
Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes?
Brady. I don't know if anyone's going to have a better career than Brady.
Gotcha.
20 years. I think, bro, right now, Patrick Mahomes could go down as the second best quarterback of all
He has
time.
the closest shot.
It's not crazy to say.
But I got the Chiefs, man, steamrolling the Rams, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Chiefs as well. The Rams are just the worst team in football. Like, how much better are the Rams than the Texans right now? Like, I don't know. The worst Super Bowl defense ever in NFL history. Like, they just can't win games. And I think, you know, this game could be closer. I don't think it'll be a blowout. And I only say that because I think the Chiefs score like 17, 21 points in the first quarter and just coast the rest of the game. Like, I could see this game being like, you know, 17-10 or, you know, 21-12 or something like that. Like I don't think the Chiefs will put crazy numbers up. I mean, they obviously could if they wanted to, but I think Mahomes is out. Like they don't. They just pull him in like the fucking fourth quarter or some shit. Like it. Chiefs handle business, bro. Not much to say. Rams are bad. Chiefs are good. Chiefs get it done.
Sunday Night Football. I was tempted to take Green Bay on my picks because the Packers travel to Philadelphia. What's the name of their stadium?
Lincoln Financial Field.
Lincoln Financial. There we go. Against the Eagles. I mean, I picked the Eagles, bro. But shout out to Perkio Rogers. See if he can get it done. It's just exciting to see Christian Watson actually do something for the Pack. I just don't think they have enough to beat the Eagles. Even though it was a 1-point win at home, Aaron Rodgers probably going to get a beer or two thrown at him. And give me the Eagles.
Yeah, the game pretty much went exactly how I said it could. I was like, Jonathan Taylor got hot. He could have a really good game against this defense that just doesn't look like they want to stop the run at all. And that first drive, bro, we allowed the Colts to score their first drive touchdown in the entire year. And it just looked like no one wanted to tackle fucking Jonathan Taylor, bro. And it looked like that the whole game. But eventually, defense stepped up, made some plays. Sue and Linval Joseph, signed him off the streets, and they're fucking meeting in the backfield, sacking Matt Ryan. So that was pretty cool to watch. And I think, Linval Joseph and Sue, they played a part and helped slow down the bleeding. They were like a fucking Band-Aid on an open gash. Like, yeah, it covers it up a little bit. It stops the bleeding a little, but you still have a fucking open wound on your arm. Like, we still have a problem stopping the run. But I think hopefully those two older veterans can kind of, help stop the bleeding somewhat until we get Jordan Davis back. And then once we get that rotation going again, Fletcher Cox will be a lot fresher. Melton Williams stepped up. He had a big game. Second-year player out of Louisiana Tech, I believe. So hopefully this defensive line can get playing better. And I want to see the linebackers get more involved in the run game. TJ Edwards and Kaiser White, they've been stepping up in the passing game, but haven't really seen them make so many plays in the run game this year. So hopefully we can, get that under control. But Packers, Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, one of the best running back duos in the league. Aaron Jones is averaging like fucking 6 yards per carry this year.
Hold up. You called him the best running back duo, but
one of.
No, all right. Either way, I mean,
talent-wise, they're not using A.J. Dillon.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
What A.J. Dillon can do.
Nah, you're right.
Like, he could pop off any given week, so I'm not taking nothing away from him.
We haven't seen the touches. That's why I was.
Yeah. But we know what he's capable of. If the Eagles' problems were in the passing game, I'd be a lot more concerned. But, I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be the one to want to win the game. And I think our defense, our pass rush, they can get there and make plays, when it matters. Slay's had a kind of a rocky past 2 weeks. Pittman was kind of eating on him last game. And we saw what Scary Terry did to our secondary. I don't even want to talk about that. Nigga was eating him up. Pittman had a pretty good game last week, too. So I want to see the secondary step up. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, I think he's been the best player on our defense this year, man. He's making plays. He's always around the ball. Leads the league in picks still, I believe. Didn't have one last week, though. But I think our defense makes one or two big plays, and our offense that's looked kind of shaky over the past few weeks does enough to get it done. And I think Jalen Hurts, he's played well enough to win against the Commanders and against the Colts, although I think he played a lot better in the Commanders game. It just comes down to the receivers. They got to step up and make plays. In the Commanders game, A.J. Brown dropped that one ball that ended up being an interception. That shit, hit him right in the fucking hands. I think it was such a good ball. A.J. didn't even think it would get there. He was double covered, but Hurts put it on the money. And then we all know fucking Quez Watkins, dog. I don't even want to talk about that play when he fumbled. That shit was insane, bro. But redeemed himself last week, caught a touchdown, but
Send him to Cleveland, man.
You saw A.J. Brown fumbled the ball. Just the receivers got to step up, man. And I do think the Eagles do have enough to get it done against the Packers at home, but I'm looking on to next week, man, and I think we play the Titans, and I mean the first week I pick against the Eagles, depending on how this run defense was looking, and if Jordan Davis is back, because
40 touches.
I mean, if they play anything like they did against the fucking Packers last Thursday, and then they run all over the Bengals again, they could easily beat the Eagles. But right now, picking the Eagles against the Packers.
Last game up, Monday Night Football. I think this is a slugfest. The Pittsburgh Steelers, all right, I kind of misused it.
Slugfest.
Bro, I think this is just going to be a trenches type game. The Pittsburgh Steelers travel to Indianapolis against the Colts. I think it's going to be one on the front seven. And, I mean, the offensive line. You're going to have the Steelers, who Najee Harris started to get it going last week. Had 2 touchdowns. Mentioned the Colts, Jonathan Taylor. He's getting back into it. They're starting to run the football. You got one end, rookie quarterback, young, might take some chances versus a veteran quarterback in Matt Ryan who knows how to get it done. Ultimately, I think it's going to come down to that veteran experience because I do think these two teams are similar when it comes to the defensive aspect and the running game. So, with that being said, I'm going to go with Matt Ryan. I think he's going to take care of the ball at home. Kenny Pickett, I think he's just going to make one too many mistakes. The Colts just able to take care of business at home. Primetime football against the Steelers.
Yeah, you kind of said these teams are very similar, bro. I think these teams are damn near identical, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Both really good defenses that were kind of shaky earlier on. Steelers due to injury. Colts, it was just, they couldn't get their footing. But now both defenses, T.J. Watt coming back. He had a big game. And then, the Colts defense against the Eagles only held them to, 16 points, 17 points?
Wait, was Shaq Leonard out last week? He was out for the Eagles game,
I think he's out for the year.
He's out for the year.
He fucked his back up or some shit, yeah.
He's out, but he was out last week, too.
Yeah, he was out last week, but he got hurt in the game before that.
Okay.
But, I mean, even without Shaq Leonard, the Colts defense has been playing really good. Their linebackers were flying all over the field. Got Gilmore out there, Kenny Moore in the slot, Isaiah Rodgers, DeForest Buckner on the D-line. Their defense was making plays. And their defenses are both, kind of started clicking, getting their groove. And then you mentioned the run game, man. Both run games are also starting to find their groove, find their way. Run game, Najee Harris getting it going, helping out Kenny Pickett. Saw he had a couple nice throws to George Pickens last game. Hit Deontay Johnson on a nice throw early on as well, I believe. And then Matt Ryan, you see him. Michael Pittman's his favorite target out there. And Jonathan Taylor got it done against, who was that they played before the Eagles? I forgot. Or the Raiders, right? Raiders, because that was just Saturday's first win. Yeah. Got it done. Got it going against the Raiders and was pretty hot and continued early on against the Eagles. So both these teams in a very similar situation. I think this will be kind of a low-scoring game. We'll see the defense and the run game kind of take place, but Colts at home, like you said, veteran quarterback. Maybe this Colts defense, gets Kenny Pickett to a few uncomfortable situations and he turns the ball over once so many times. I think the Colts at home are pretty competitive, pretty solid team, and I think they can take care of the Steelers.
Yeah, I think it's like a 2013, 17, 10 type game.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a lot of points scored in this game.
No doubt, man. That wraps up our Week 12 picks. I mean, it's a turning point. You said after next week we got a full slate of games, right?
This week we have a full slate.
Oh.
Yeah, every team is playing this week. No buys.
No buys this week, bro. Y'all boys lock in. Said Thanksgiving. Got the 3 games for us. Next year, you better be ready for that Black Friday football. I don't even know if we could call it Black Friday because
Black Friday football.
Bro, Black Friday starts at 4 o'clock on Thanksgiving. Now, I miss the days where it used to open late. You go, just pull up late as hell. Just fight for your life, yeah.
As they still do that Thursday.
Bro, Thursday night. They open so early now. I'm pretty sure they're almost open all day. Type.
Yeah, but everybody not going out till later,
Nah, I think you're wrong.
Sliding out this year, bro. I mean, bro,
Scooping?
people not going out during the day. Like, they with their family and shit. People going out at
Nah,
night.
some
so.
people don't. But you scooping?
I think you scooping me, bro.
Fam, you know how this works. Dang, you're not a boy anymore. I mean, shit, we'll see, bro. Depends how drunk I get. Anyways, man, wraps up our week 12 NFL week, episode 13. Got any last minute thoughts?
No, man. Nothing. I think we pretty much covered everything. Some good games. Everyone's playing, so should be exciting.
No doubt, man. Grab yourselves a plate. Y'all stay safe. Have a good ass weekend. Have a good time. Back at it next week with another episode 14 coming out. Goal2Go, Apple Music, Spotify. Y'all know what to do. YouTube, subscribe, like, comment. Let us know your thoughts. TikTok, Goal2Go Pod. Y'all already know. Keep running it up. Appreciate the love y'all showing. And we'll see y'all next week, man. Peace.